The top 3 man-made events that could have ended the world. At any given moment, there are a multitude of natural disasters happening around the world. While most of these are relatively small in scale, there are also a few that have the potential to cause widespread destruction and even end life on Earth as we know it. Here are 3 of the most catastrophic man-made events that could have ended the world. 1. The Cuban Missile Crisis. In 1962, the United States and the Soviet Union came close to nuclear war after the USSR began secretly stockpiling missiles in Cuba. The US responded by blockading Cuba and declaring a quarantine of the island. The situation quickly escalated, with both sides coming perilously close to launching their nuclear weapons. Thankfully, cooler heads eventually prevailed and a diplomatic solution was reached, averting what could have been an unthinkable catastrophe. 2. The Chernobyl Disaster. In 1986, a massive explosion at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in Ukraine released radioactive materials into the environment, resulting in one of the worst nuclear disasters in history. The radioactive fallout affected an estimated 10 million people and caused long-term health problems for many more. While the area around Chernobyl is now mostly abandoned, the disaster is still a potent reminder of the destructive power of nuclear energy. 1. On September 26, 1983, Soviet Lieutenant Colonel Stanislav Petrov was the duty officer at the Soviet Union's early warning station OKO. OKO was tasked with detecting incoming missiles and reporting them to Soviet leadership so that they could be prepared for a nuclear attack. So when Petrov's computer screen showed that 5 inbound missiles had been detected, he had to make a quick decision. If the warnings were accurate, then Soviet leadership would have just minutes to prepare for a retaliatory strike. However, Petrov suspected that the warnings were false and that if he reported them, it could lead to an all-out nuclear war. Against his better judgment, he chose to trust his gut and did not report the incoming missiles. It turned out that he was right, the warnings were false, and a nuclear war was averted. The Soviet nuclear false alarm incident is just one example of a man-made event that could have ended the world as we know it. As tensions between major superpowers continue to rise, it is more important than ever that we exercise caution and restraint in order to avoid catastrophe. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.